Welcome. I'm Jonas Wright, Dean of the San Francisco Conservatory of Music, and you're here for our Tiny Dorm concerts. Tonight, we have a guitar night. Faculty and students from across the globe are here playing for you, and I'm excited to introduce our chair of the guitar department, David Tanenbaum, who's going to introduce each performer and each piece. Before we get started, I wanted to say thank you to Harry Winston, who's a wonderful supporter of us here at the Conservatory, and to all of you for tuning in. Now look, if you like what you see and hear, be sure to comment in the comments section. Well, without further ado, here's David Tanenbaum. David, we got you there?
I'm right here. Just hello, everybody. Nice to see you all. So we do have a nice and varied program for you tonight on the guitar. It's a mixture of faculty and students. It's a mixture of styles. It's a mixture of original music and transcriptions. And we're going to be starting with the earliest piece on the program with our early music plucker in this program, early music person, Richard Savino. He's going to be playing you two Spanish pieces, one on the Baroque guitar, one on the early 19th century guitar. So here we have Richard Savino.
Thank you, David. The two pieces I'll be playing for you tonight are a short folia by Gaspar Sanz from about 1674, his publication, on Baroque guitar. Those of you who don't know what a Baroque guitar is, look it up on Wikipedia. That'll be followed by a short sonata, which is probably one of the earliest pieces, at least that I know of, for the six-string guitar by Juan Antonio Vargas y Guzman. It's a sonata in D major. So I'll begin with the folia. That piece I played on a copy of the Jean Vauban by John Rollins of Bellingham, Washington. The next piece, the sonata by Juan Antonio Vargas y Guzman, I will play on an original 1830 French mirror guitar by an anonymous maker.
Thank you, Richard. It looks like you brought the sunshine out with that one.
All of a sudden, it was blasting me in the eyes.
So next, we're going to jump forward a few centuries and hear a very new piece by Aaron J. Kernis, who is an alum of the Conservatory. He's also a Pulitzer Prize and a multiple Grammy winner. A few years ago, I had a big birthday, and Aaron flew across country from New York and brought this piece, delivered it as a birthday present, which is about as good a present as you could ever give me, for sure. And I happened to write Aaron this morning, and I said, you know, I'm going to play your piece tonight. Is there anything you want me to say about it? And he wrote in a text, I think you could mention the solitary, pensive quality of the piece, the way it looks inside for insights and personal expression. These things make it very much a piece for this time, when we have the rare chance to explore a less expansive experience of the world that brings the most important things into clearer focus. So this is Soliloquy from 2016 by Aaron J. Kernis. Thank you. And thank you to Aaron virtually for such a beautiful piece. And now I will turn it over to Duan. He is a 19-year-old freshman from the Tianjin Conservatory in China. And he's going to play 4 Scarlatti sonatas, K, 11, 159, 322, and 27. These are arrangements for guitar of these pieces written for harpsichord. And in this case, I think the arrangement helps to bring out the Spanish flavor and maybe some of the colors of the original sonatas. So, Duan. Thank you, Yun, for a beautiful performance. And I will turn this over back now to Jonas Wright.
Thanks, David. Thank you to Richard, to David, and to Yoon. Amazing. Let's hear it for them in the comments, you guys. Really wonderful. Again, I'm Jonas Wright, Dean of the San Francisco Conservatory of Music, and you're tuned in to Tiny Dorm Concerts. Tonight, we are featuring guitar from faculty and students all over the globe. Let's see, Richard is coming in from Richmond, California. David came in from Emeryville, California. And Yoon is actually in our dorm, Panoramic, here in San Francisco. I'm broadcasting from the Haight-Ashbury district in San Francisco. And we're going to take a quick 2-minute break. We'll call it a tiny break, if you will, and be right back after just a couple minutes. Thanks. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jonas Wright, Dean of the San Francisco Conservatory of Music, and you're tuned in to Tiny Dorm Concerts, where we are broadcasting from all over the world for our guitar faculty and guitar students. For those of you who caught the first set, we had a wonderful performance by David Tanenbaum and Yuan Dune and Richard Savino. I want to thank them so very much. I want to thank our partner, Harry Winston, who has been a wonderful supporter of ours and our students and our entire faculty and staff. Visit them at harrywinston.com and take a look at the collection. As we move into the second part of the 3-part evening, I'm going to turn it over to David Tanenbaum, chair of the guitar department. David, take it away.
You may have noticed that we have been hearing Baroque music, and we've been hearing early classical and very recent pieces. And there is guitar music in between, but I would say the lowest ebb in the 500-year history of the guitar is the late 19th and the early 20th century, when music got a little bit too big for the guitar. But the next duo tried to solve that a little bit. They've given us some repertoire that we don't usually have on the guitar, and that's Rachmaninoff piano preludes. They have arranged 3 of them from Opus 32, numbers 12, 10, and 5. And this is Joshua Shi and Sebastian Robles. They're both 19-year-old sophomores. Sebastian is from Edmonton, Canada, and Joshua from Suzhou, China. And they are holed up together in Edmonton. I hope not too cold. It's very close to one of my favorite places on the planet, which is the Canadian Rockies. I love hiking there very much. So they have arranged these pieces themselves, and they have also memorized them, which is pretty extraordinary for a guitar duo. So here we have Sebastian and Joshua.
Thanks, David. Yeah, these are our transcriptions of Rachmaninoff, and we chose 3 of some of the most introverted preludes from that set, and we worked on them together by kind of sending each other drafts back and forth and working on them until we had a final product. So yeah, these are our preludes. Yes.
Thank you, gentlemen. Beautiful performance from the Bluven duo, and I know we're going to be hearing much more from them. I feel moved to quote Chopin, who said, "Nothing is more beautiful than a guitar, except possibly two." Back to Jonas Wright.
Thanks, David, and thank you to the Bluven duo and to Mark Teicholz. Mark coming to us from Berkeley, and the Bluven duo coming to us from Edmonton, Alberta. We're going to take a couple of minutes here for a quick break. Fill up those Manhattans, those martinis, or your gin and tonic, whatever you're having tonight. And we'll be right back after this tiny break. Welcome back. I didn't see you there. Welcome to the SFCM Tiny Dorm Concerts. I'm Jonas Wright, as you can see here, Dean and Chief Academic Officer here at the Conservatory. We have a wonderful evening that we have been going through tonight of guitar music. We've been hearing from faculty and from students all over the world, and it's been really a wonderful night. We're going to close it out with two more performers. Before we do that, I want to thank everybody that's helped out this evening, our audio engineers, the faculty, the students that have participated. I want to thank our friends at Harry Winston. Visit them at harrywinston.com to check out their collection. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce David Tanenbaum, chair of the guitar department, who's going to introduce the next performers. David, take it away.
Thank you, Jonas. I want to tell you a little bit about Xavier Jara. He is a young man who grew up in the States and then moved to Paris to study with Judicael Perroy, who is our most recent faculty member here. And Xavier went on to win our most important guitar competition, the GFA competition. And when he was done with the 50 concert tour that resulted from that win, he decided he wanted to study more with Judicael. So he's come to us on a full scholarship to get his master's degree. And while he's been getting his master's degree, he got hired by Cal State Fullerton to teach there. So his weekly schedule has been involving a lot of airplanes, going around playing concerts, and then going to school on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and going to teach at Fullerton Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Now he will have fewer frequent flyer miles, but he can do all that from home, which is, I guess, a benefit. So Xavier is going to be playing a very beautiful piece from Australia called A Closed World of Fine Feeling and Grand Design by Graham Cohen. This was written in 1997, and it was actually written as a solo piano piece as part of a book of easier piano pieces called Aphorisms. And the composer himself made a version of it for solo guitar, and at that point the piece has taken off and gotten played all over the world, and it's just a real beauty. So it's my pleasure now to introduce Xavier Jara.
Thank you, David. Here, let me just mute my speaker really quick. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my home in San Francisco. Let's all take a breath and enjoy some music together. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Javi. Beautiful. So another great guitarist composer, Dusan Bogdanovich, taught at the Conservatory for 17 years. In fact, you can see the succession. It went from Dusan, who was replaced by Sergio, who was replaced by Judicael Perroy, who is our newest faculty member. He's finishing his 3rd year with us. And by the way, he's also a GFA winner. And Dusan wrote this little piece for Judicael this year. It's 2020. It's called Chromatic Prelude and Fugue. So the final set will be Judicael playing this piece, and then Judicael and his wife, Natalia Lipnitskaya, who teaches in our pre-college, closing us out with some Piazzolla for 2 guitars. Take it away, Judicael.
Thank you, David. So I'm going to play the piece you told, and yeah, it's a very fresh piece because it was composed like 2 months ago.
And to finish this tiny dome concert, we're going to perform a tango by Astor Piazzolla, arranged for 2 guitars by Sergio Assad. This is the second movement from his suite Trolliana, and it's called Zita.
All right, great guys. Thank you. So that's our show for tonight. I want to thank our engineers, Kelly Quinn and Jason O'Connell, the director of the production, Aubrey Bergauer, the Conservatory for putting these on. I want to thank all the great players from tonight. And from the Conservatory Guitar Department, we hope you all stay safe and healthy, and that we hope this music has brought you some nourishment and some joy this evening. And now back to Jonas Wright.
Thanks, David. Boy, what a great night it's been tonight. If you liked what you heard tonight, you could help support us by going to sfcm.edu, looking for the giving link, and make a donation for our students. 99% of our students receive financial aid, and it's only possible through gifts from people like you. I want to thank Harry Winston for their support. I want to thank you for coming out tonight. Up next on Monday, we have a masterclass at 2 p.m. and at 5 p.m. on Tuesday, we have our jazz night. And if I could say just one more thing, today is my wife and I's anniversary. And I like to say to her, I love you, and I couldn't think of anybody else I'd rather be quarantined with. That's all we have for tonight. Stay safe, stay healthy, and let the music play on.